welcome to Explanation Please. I am your host, Sean Eaglin, along with my co-host, my wife, Katrina Eaglin.
Hello.
We have our other co-host, Miss Nicole Crum, down on the end. And today, we have a special guest returning again for his third or fourth time. Got my pops, man, Donna Jackson in the house.
Wow.
And we have Dr. Ava with us. And it's a honor and a privilege, man. Just in a few short moments, she spoke, and the room was at full attention to whatever she was dropping
Yes.
on our ears at that moment. So, without further ado, Dr. Ava is gonna tell us about chromogranin A. Anyone that doesn't know about it, today you're going to learn what it is and what needs to be done by us to be proactive in finding out about what's going on with our bodies. So without further ado, Dr. Ava.
Good afternoon, everyone. What I want to say is I wish that I would have known about this test earlier. I recently lost my husband back in June 8th of this year, and I feel that he would still be here if we would have known about the chromogranin A test.
Mm-hmm.
I think early, if we would have known this earlier, we would have had the test and did whatever was necessary for him to have more time here on this side.
Right.
Just to tell you a little bit, earlier he started experiencing abdominal pain, reflux.
Wow.
We all thought it was a hernia,
Mm-hmm.
the epigastric hernia, because he goes like, well, I can't have any spicy food because that makes me burp and stuff. So
Yeah.
I go like, babe, you need to get that hernia fixed because I like to cook.
Right.
Well, we got the hernia fixed. Okay. He said, you know what, babe? I say, what? I'm still having pain in my stomach. I say, what? He must didn't do that hernia surgery right. We need to go get this checked.
Right.
So we went back to the same doctor again, and he looked. And of course, he wasn't going to find anything wrong with what he did. So we went to another doctor. But when that doctor said, I don't see anything wrong with the surgery. I
So
say,
at this
"What?"
time, this is you're on your third doctor,
We're about on, this is the second doctor here.
second doctor.
Because I'm wanting to know, well, did he put the mesh in right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is the mesh located on maybe a thin nerve we can't see?
Right.
Because he keep having so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought we fixed the problem. So why is he still paining?
Right.
Well, after that doctor looked, he says, I don't see anything wrong. Look like this the same way I would have did this surgery. The only difference is I would have used a different type of mesh.
Okay.
And so I said, okay. Well, we left. Now we go to the third doctor. Go to the third doctor, and the third doctor says, well, I can do something for you. Since you're painting, why don't we just give you a block? We're going to block that muscle in your abdominal area there so that you won't feel any pain that you have coming. But how my husband explained the pain, he explained the pain as if it was lightning bolts. So to me, that was like a nerve impulse.
Right.
I say, oh, okay. Well, he got the nerve block. I said, babe, how you feeling? He said, honey, I'm okay. 2 or 3 weeks passed. I said, what's the matter? He said, I'm hurting again. I'm like, well, did they put the right medicine in you? Or did they give you enough of it.
Right.
This is a problem. Let's go back and see if maybe they can double the dose or do something different.
So nobody ever offered a CT or MRI or anything?
Not at this point. Not at this point. Okay?
Because it seemed like, Nicole, you
See?
just working in the
Familiar
hospital.
with-
Yeah.
Even just me being my mama's child, I need you to give me a CT. I'm gonna tell my doctor order me a CT because I'm having it. I had one before I was having abdominal pain. I went right there to Pearland Methodist and drunk that stuff and stood in front of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now I need y'all to. I know. I understand. Oh, it's nothing over here like no organs. Okay, but I'm having pain over here.
Right.
So it's
Right.
something going on. You see what I'm saying? So give me a CT. She wrote the order for, like, you have to advocate for yourself. People have to learn that too. Because they'll do just like that. Oh, now
Put it
yeah, the
off.
surgery might have been good,
Yeah.
but that's still not explaining the pain.
Exactly.
And they want to medicate the pain instead of trying to fix the problem.
Making some money. They want to
Because
make
guess
money
what?
out of it.
Even if it was just that what they thought it was,
The
guess
hernia,
what? The
yeah.
nerve block. I didn't have a thing where they didn't have to give me one because I had frozen shoulder syndrome or something. They gave me a shot to and it didn't last long. So that means I was gonna have to keep going back. I say no, we're gonna go to some physical therapy, and we're gonna take care of this because I'm not gonna keep getting those shots. I need this
Right.
to be over.
Yeah.
But they'll issue that money for them pharmaceutical people.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna issue that. They gonna push some pills on you.
Yeah, you sure right. So then, after the second nerve block was performed, and they was looking at his stomach on this imaging device, about 2 or 3 weeks later, he says, "Well, honey, I'm hurting again." That's when I told him, I say, something is wrong.
Yeah.
I say, because my mama had a hernia surgery, and she didn't have all this pain. It must be something else going on that they haven't detected or something. I say, let's go to my mama's doctor.
So at this time, Dr. Ava, how much time had elapsed?
Okay, from that time, I'm looking at the dates. It looks like it was like about 8 months, 6 or 7 months, or something like that. you
That he had
know.
been dealing with this pain and
That-
going to see these different doctors.
Different doctors. So now we go see my mama's doctor. And he said, Ava. I said, what? He said, do you have the imaging CD that they did before they did the hernia surgery? I said, yeah. So he stuck it in the computer, and it was on a big old screen like the one up there. He said, come in my office. I want to show you something. I said, what? He said, well, before he got to that, he told my husband, he said, you having all this pain, the only thing I can do is take your navel out. Okay, because the navel was so sore to the touch that when you just touch it like that, he jumped. So I want people to know that that means something.
Yeah.
Just touching your navel and it jumped. Okay, so
That's a sign.
that's a sign, okay? You're jumping, and then, so he said, well, I could take your navel out, you know, and we could just sew it up. He said, but before we do that, Ava, let me see this CD thing. And so I put the CD in there. He called me in his office. He said, I see something. I think they missed this. I say, they missed it before they did the surgery. He said, yeah, they missed this. Up under the liver was the ileum, the small bowel. So you had to really be looking to see that. He said, see, I see a growth there. He said, you know what? I want to refer you to another doctor for further testing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's when we went over to now another doctor. Okay.
So now we're on Dr. 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we go over here to this doctor, and I guess this is when I had gotten so much hope. This doctor had told us, he says, oh, yeah, this is a carcinoid. It's carcinoid, but I think it's benign. I don't think it's cancerous. I'm going like, well, wow, well, we got time. You know, if that's all it is, it's nothing, you know, it's just something benign. We can deal with it.
Right.
Well, he says, but I want you to take a test. Let's just make sure.
Right.
Let me.
Because at this point, after going to all these doctors, we want to get this right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because number one, they shouldn't have cut on him. If they would have found it, they shouldn't have never
There
opened him
you
up.
go. Absolutely.
Never open him
Yeah.
up.
Never should have opened him up. Okay? That's number one. And I go like, the guy that sent us to get this image before he did the hernia surgery should have saw it.
Should have never did the hernia.
He should have never did the hernia surgery. That's number one. Okay, now we there, and now we find out that it's carcinoid, but they thought it was benign, and I'm all happy-go-lucky, thinking, okay, well, babe, we're going to do this. He ordered that chromogranin A test. All right, the normal levels for that chromogranin was 0 to 101.8 nanograms per milliliter. My husband's came out 3,880, and it has a red thing say out of the range here. Oh my. Now your doctor calling you on the phone. My husband tells me, he says, babe, I don't completely understand what this doctor is talking about, but can you come out of your job and come get in the flatbed truck with me and talk to this doctor so we could see?
Yeah.
I came out of the pharmacy and I said, talk to me, doctor, what you got? And he told me. And he said, your husband's cancer this is cancer what he have. It's malignant.
Wow.
It's in stage 4. It's then already spread it. So it started in the ileum, the small bowels. It moved over to the bile duct, jumped over to the liver, and already the little tumors had already spotted up the gastrointestinal area, even the lungs. It had gotten some of the lungs. So what I'm saying is, if you have an issue
Yes.
and you don't know quite what it is, but if it's gastrointestinal and you can't eat food and you're having what's called lightning bolt pains and you're flushing, because that's typical of the neuroendocrine tumors. They cause flushing. If you know about the vitamin supplement niacin, that causes
I know
you to
about niacin.
flush. Well, I got a chance to see him flush. We were riding home from church. He's a deacon in the church, and y'all, I love my husband. Y'all know I love that man.
that's
So
right.
it's difficult, but I feel like I'm helping somebody else to understand what's going on out here, because if we'd have just had this information earlier,
Right.
the first thing I'd have told this doctor, say, look, all y'all done all this here. Can we have a chromogranin A test to see
Right.
what's really going on? But I wasn't aware of
He
that.
wasn't aware.
So a year done passed by, another year done passed by. We didn't know. We thought we was doing everything there was to do. We going to doctors and doctors and doctors, and there was only one doctor that even located the tumor number 1, and only one that ordered the chromogranin A test. And then we get this information. So from the time we get this information, I still wasn't satisfied with that, Lord have mercy. I said, you know what, let's go get another. So we went to the diplomat of, she's a diplomat of the Oncology Society. So I really trusted her. I said, let's go to her. So let's see if we're going to get the same results again.
Right.
We went to her. She ordered a biopsy. Because she ordered the chromogranin test, and it came out just like this. So I knew this, but I didn't tell her that we had already had
Right,
one.
right. You
Because
wanted
I
to see.
wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
Right.
Of course.
You
want to see.
know.
After you done went to 3 other doctors and everybody dropping the ball, of course you
Yeah.
want to see
Yeah.
how real this is.
Yes. And so we went to her. She ordered the test, because she had ordered the CT and the PET scan. They did the PET scan where they put his whole body in there, and the CT imaging. We had all of those tests and scans done. I mean, just done.
Yeah.
After she did that, it came back. She told him, she says, you do have 4th stage cancer. She said, now what do you want to do? She said, it's only 2 treatments for this kind of cancer.
Wow.
And number 1, we can give you the depot somatulene shot, loranatide, along with everolimus, which is the oral like chemo drug. She says, now, there's some side effects with it. But what these particular medications do, they work synergically. And we're going to decrease the size of these tumors, you see, and just basically gave us hope.
Right.
Because his insurance approved it and said, look, that this one shot is like $13,000 or something, like some outrageous price. And they approved it. So my husband, I could see it like it was just yesterday. She asked him, she said, are you sure you want to take this medicine? He said, yes. So you come in my office once a month, you get the shot. You take the everolimus every day at the same time each day. We're going to give you some supportive meds. We give you something for nausea because you may get nauseated. We give you dexamethasone because you get sores in your mouth. We give you something for diarrhea because you will get diarrhea, may or may not get diarrhea, but you have to take the loperamide for that. And just gave him all of these things to support him while taking this medication. So he did. Now we have hope. He's taking the medicine, he's getting a shot, and we hoping and praying to God that the next time he go get this chrome granin A test, the levels will decrease.
Right.
Well, after 3 months of being on the medication, the lightning bolts in his stomach did stop somewhat. He didn't have them as frequently. He did have pain because he says, babe, but I still got pain, but I'm not getting a flushing. And when he flushed, his eyes turn as red as this suit I have on for a couple of minutes, maybe a minute or so. It turned really red and bulge, and then he goes back to normal. But what was happening was the tumor was releasing a hormone that caused the flushing.
Okay.
So this medication was supposed to actually inhibit that from happening, but not all the time. Sometimes it still was breakthrough flushing or breakthrough pain. So what I am saying is I'm praying to God that this information would make someone, if you're having constant problems with your gastrointestinal tract or constant problems, period, keep fighting to find out what it is. But it's better to find it out sooner
Right.
than later because these are slow-growing tumors, y'all.
So this happened over time. It developed over time, but not knowing prevented you from making the necessary moves to put him in position to fight it
These
properly.
tumors,
Okay.
these tumors, he had gotten to G2 because G1 means that it's extra slow. Not extra slow, but really slow. This is G2 is a little faster, and G3 is like super fast. Well, he was G2. So he could have had these tumors anywhere from 8 to 10 years before he even had any symptoms. Because they say if the tumors are still really, 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 really small, they may not release enough hormone to be detected by the chrome granin A. They have to release enough hormone so that we can detect it on the test.
So you would think, this is just me sitting here, that the chrome granin A test would be something that they do on a regular basis.
They do
Glory.
it at
Come on,
Methodist. They
Nicole.
do it for a lot of it. I've noticed it's certain doctors that order it for the transplant patients because we do a lot of transplants, and I see a lot of transplants every week. So some of their routine, some of the patients that come in there, and it's 3 big fat red tubes, the 10 millimeter tubes I have to draw for that.
Okay.
And because one test requires 3 tubes. So some of the doctors automatically order that for their regular labs. Like when you're a transplant, you get regular labs. Depending on how long it's been, some people come 3 times a week if you just got one, once a week, 6 months, once every 3 months. But some of those patients, some of those doctors, those transplant doctors, add that test to their transplant lab work because they're checking for it. Because if you got a transplant, the last thing they want you to do is get sick. You know what I'm saying? And they
Like,
want to
that's
know,
a
they want to
waste.
catch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Before it, because you done got a transplant.
So Pop, I want you to share your experience when this happened with Dr. Ava's husband, and you were having some small issues and some things you were checking on your health. And what was that process like for you from the time you asked about the chrome grainin A test to where we are presently now?
Okay, on my second, after Ava pretty much, informed me, we talk all the time, like I said, it's my sister. And when she informed me, and when I went to my doctor, I had to go, to get a blood test, and I asked for it, the chromogranin A test. And at first she said, okay, yeah, we'll test you for it. But when I went to go in to actually get the blood test, I asked the lady, I said, are you checking for chromogranin A? And she said, oh, no, we don't do that. So, and I was kind of wondering, why did my doctor tell me that they were going to do it, and then they didn't do it? So,
Right.
But this coming Tuesday, next week, I'm going to MD Anderson and getting this nodule, checked. It's a benign nodule, but I asked for the chromogranin A test.
Okay.
But what they sent back in my chart, that they, wasn't going to check for the chromogranin A because the nodule that I have is benign. And first they wanted to know, why did I ask for it? And why? I mean, okay, yeah. And I'm like, I feel like, well, since I pay my insurance,
Right.
Right.
and if I ask you
Rightfully
for a
so.
test, you either give me the test or tell me what it's gonna cost. Incidentally, these tests only cost between $140 and $300, so they're not extremely expensive
It's
tests.
not.
But if you don't get it taken, if you don't take the test,
It can be fatal.
It could be fatal.
So I would. So Nicole, because I see you over there, and
Because I just have a doctor that when I go for my yearly, she always say anything you want me, anything extra you want me to check for. That's just, and I've been going to her since like 2016, right there at Methodist in Pearland. But it's crazy to me because I know the test don't cost that much.
Right.
And if I ask you, and a lot of times, sometimes they be like, they don't want to order it. So I don't know what their thought process is, to be honest. Some of those doctors really need to retire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I ask you for the test, whether I have a family history or not,
Right.
or if you got a family history,
Yeah.
then they want to do the extra mile. Well, no, I just want you to
do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job.
I've had doctors come in the lab, write their self prescriptions because they didn't have a stomach ache and they checking for cancer. Because they know.
As they should. Yes.
So see
They
that.
might
Okay.
not have it, but they want to rule that out first.
But see, that's the issue right here.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Yeah.
Now a doctor, because they know it's okay for them to do it for themselves. But if we walk off the street, when I say we, I'm just talking about people in general. When we walk in and we ask for something specifically, we spook them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like you spooked them when you asked them, like,
Yeah.
well, what you know about this?
This is the message that I got from in my chart. This is what they told me in my chart. They said I received a message regarding a request for a chromogranin A. Is there any specific reason that you would like this? And then they say you have a thyroid module with a benign, which is benign, and this lab test is for endocrine tumors, but not neuroendocrine tumor. Now, one of the things that they have mixed up, when you say neuroendocrine, you generally think about brain, but it's not in the brain. And then when I replied back to him, and I told him that, I found out that, the tumors can lay dormant for up to 10 years before, so but they haven't replied back to me. So I'm going to have this conversation with them Tuesday when I go in that Tuesday.
So it's safe to say, I'm sorry,
Go ahead, babe.
that this, and I think a lot of people don't do this. They stick with, well, this been my doctor. This is the same doctor. I trust this doctor, XYZ. You have to, it have to be okay because you pay your money for your insurance or whatever. It has to be okay for you to get a second opinion or to be able to
third.
switch or third or fourth
Whatever.
or switch over to another doctor. I myself, I was with Kelsey Sebo. Kelsey Sebo, they're within their own league or whatever. I felt like I wasn't getting what I needed.
don't like that.
And I went to another doctor. Now, my doctor that I'm with now, Dr. Zadie, baby, he gonna check you from the rooter to the tutor. And if that's what you need to do for yourself, that's what you need to do. Your loyalty is not to that doctor. Your loyalty is to you to make sure that you're getting what you need to be
100%.
healthy, to make sure that you're not, don't fail yourself. You know, when you can't be loyal to somebody they may not know.
Now,
And it's
let me-
okay.
Let me tell you a true story. This is like last month. My coworker, her aunt stays down there in Sterling Lakes, where I used to stay, and she always have she had what you call it, lymphedema. She was going to this cardiologist. She always real heavy lady, but she been going to this cardiologist like forever. My coworker says her mama's sister. And they've been trying to get her to change. No, I'm going to my doctor. And my coworker was like, I ain't never liked that doctor because when she got sick before, he just seemed like, oh, you don't need that, but just kind of blew off. Well, she got sick, but they had to take her to Methodist Maine. Now, Methodist Sugarland, because she over there, so they brought her up because we work at Sugarland. So she ended up being over there with us because she went over there to see her. She partially lost her eyesight because she had like a mild heart attack or something, but she had so much fluid on her that the man never even checked to see like why is she retaining all this fluid. The cardiologist I'm telling you about went in there and drained all of that. So it took you to come and see a whole different set of doctors. Now she on the bandwagon of, oh, I'm gonna stick with him because I saw him here. Now she like the doctors at Methodist. Like and she's an older lady, and sometimes, like you said, Trina, they be so stuck on these doctors, and some of these doctors really need to retire. You know what I'm saying?
No.
This is real talk.
Hey,
And
you work in that field, so
yeah,
if you
and
say
so
that,
you
I'ma take it
can't.
for
You're
face
not gonna
value.
tell me, oh, it's gonna be okay, Nicole. No, because guess what? I need you to do this, and if you're not, I'm gonna go to another doctor that's gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like my doctor. You know, she an Indian chick, but she don't play. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she be like, anything you want me to order? You know, because my coworkers, I get my blood drawn at work. So when I leave here, I go. They be like, God, you got every number, you got every letter in the alphabet. I sure do.
Yeah.
yeah,
sure do.
but you pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's paid for.
You
And then
pay
I'm
for
a
it.
woman. It's certain stuff that I need to check for.
Right.
Like women don't know. Like it's a blood test to check for ovarian cancer. Just because you don't have symptoms, don't mean you shouldn't get the test.
Absolutely.
Because you don't usually have the symptoms until it's too late.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
And see, that's the big
Yeah.
thing that I'm like hearing as I'm listening and paying attention to what everybody's saying. What's disturbing to me is the same way that we go after our finances, the same way we go after raising our children, we need to go after taking care of our health.
Yes.
There has to be a better awareness when it comes to our health. We can't keep just self-medicating, feeling like we're gonna be all right, you know, because you don't want to hear what the doctor may have to say. I'd rather know than not know.
Yeah.
And we got to
know?
teach our kids how to tend to themselves too.
Yes.
We can teach them how to make money and do this and do that, but mine go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 20-year-old, she be 21 now. She goes to the doctor by herself now. She go to whatever doctor, that doctor. She go over there to Pearland to. I got her, and I believe in our people. I like my doctor. Don't get me wrong. Everybody else is my people. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
But
got
I got her a nice black doctor because you just got to know. Sometimes they know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And they look at it from a different point of view.
Yeah.
Like that cardiologist, I go to him. I don't even have health problems, but I found out my cholesterol was a little high by going to see him. Because you know what? My first visit, he's like, hey, he sent me for CT and stress tests, and I had to get on the treadmill and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't do that.
Right, right.
But he know our community.
Our people, yeah.
Yes.
And he has a lot of female patients too. So you just have to teach your kids that I don't care if your eyebrow hurt, go to the doctor. Especially if you got insurance. I pay for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Kennedy, she funny because I need to go to the doctor. She an advocate for the doctor. She not scared of the doctor now.
That's good. That is that is
She
great.
not scared of the doctor because I asked her the other day. I said,
you
"Did you
got
make
to
an appointment
go.
with such?" Oh yeah, I made an appointment. I already made. I can't do it till January.
You gotta go.
I said,
So-
okay.
So, Dr. Ava, as we're going through it, you find out we're here. We can't look back. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But we're here. What was that next course of action like
Oh boy.
in real time? What did that look like for you guys?
The next course of action, of course, was for him to go ahead. He opted in to take the treatments. Okay, so we did. We had gotten the doctor. She's an Indian doctor too. You know, she was awesome and amazing. So he would go once a month. I would get off from work early, and so he could get the shot, and then he would after he would get the shot, then he'd take the medicine, the tablets by mouth. And we did that he started in January. He lost a lot of weight. My husband was 6'3" and weighed normally about 225 and 230. When he died, he weighed 180 pounds. So he lost a lot of weight. But the only thing I would tell him is, we're going to get this weight back on you. We
Yeah.
just got to get through this.
Yeah.
So we did. So he took the tablets. He took the tablets, he took the shots. But all along, we get on Sunday school every morning on Zoom. We go to church. And my brother can tell you right now, he would present with a perfect face. He would teach all along while he's in pain the whole time. Well, we did that. So it came up time that Sunday, May the 22nd, I do believe, the Sunday before Memorial Day. It was time for him to teach his lesson. But he said, "Babe, would you teach it for me?" And I prepared for it because I kind of felt like he wasn't feeling good. I taught it for him. After the lesson was taught, he tells me, he says, "Now, can you shave my head?" And I go like, "Shave your head, Luther Charles?" I said, "Yeah, I'll shave your head." I shaved his head. He said, "Can you shave my face?" I say, "Mm-mm." I said, "I might cut you." I say, "Because you're already in enough pain. Last thing you need me to do is to
Just
cut
cut
you
you.
with a razor." He said, "Okay, then that's all right." He said, "Well, can you take me to the emergency room?" I said, "To the emergency room? You hurting that bad?" He said, "Yes." So by this time, I'm frantic.
Right.
I'm going to get him an overnight bag and put everything in it that I could find to put in it. And I drive him to the emergency room. He was in a hurry to get in that emergency room. He got out. I said, "Well, let me let you out at the door."
Right.
I let him out, and I ran to go park. By the time I got back in there, he was doing his paperwork, doing everything that the people was asking him to do. I called my brother. I told him, I say, "I'm at the emergency room." Well, sitting there with my husband tells me, look at my face. He says, "Babe, I'm going to die here. You won't take me back home."
Man.
I was speechless. I cried. The nurse said, "Well, why would you tell your wife something like that?" He said, "I know.
He had already made peace with it.
God, yeah."
He had already made peace with it.
But he had talked to me, and he had told me that the pain, the medicine, we did everything we could. I think we just, he said, "But Ava, whatever you do, people need to know about this.
Right.
I say, baby,
Even
we done-
before he left here,
Yeah.
he was more concerned with others
Yeah.
than he was
Make
himself.
awareness.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's him.
That was him.
He said, people need to know that this is just not no hernia. This is not no ulcer. He taking famotidine. He's taking esomeprazole, the Nexium. He's taking whatever he could take just for
Stomach.
stomach.
So he thinking it might be like a colitis
No,
or
we
one
thought
of
it
those
was an
things.
ulcer. We thought that one of the tumors had left and just left a sore there, So we thinking, I said, well, babe, it's just an open sore spot now because them tumors gone. We done took the medicine for 3 months and all. So I never let him give up hope.
Right.
That those are leaving. Those have diminished. The size, they're not as big as they were. They're smaller now. So I say they're healing, so they leaving a sore spot. So we honestly thought he had an ulcer. Well, he thought that before we even found out what it really was, he thought it was an ulcer. But after we found out it was a tumor and all of that, we still, he still would take the medicine to try to help with the pain. And then he gets into, well, let me go back a little bit. He had went to go get a CT scan test. Mind you, his appointment was the Tuesday after Labor Day for him to go into the office to get his shot. All right. The doctor was supposed to call us because this radiologist was trying to get in contact with her to tell her that I think that this tumor in this ileum is perforated. He couldn't get in contact with this doctor because I think she must have been out of town for the holiday. Okay.
Bad
We-
communication.
Yeah.
No communication.
So when we get to the hospital, the doctor say, are y'all here because your doctor sent you here? I say, no, we here because my husband's in pain. And he's in real bad pain, So that was the reason we were there. By the time we got there, they did emergency surgery on him. The perforation that was in the ileum, because this tumor, instead of it decreasing,
It increased.
it increased. Now it's totally blocked. Okay? The doctor comes out and tell me we're gonna do a hemiectomy or something like that, where they was just gonna cut out the part where it was blocked and connect it back together. Oh well, I'm hopeful. It's that simple. We're good. We'll be out of here in a couple of days, babe. Just hold on. God is with you. We got this.
Right.
Oh, well, he went on to proceed to do the surgery with a robot. Okay, because that's what they do now.
Right.
The doctor say that robot just touched my husband. He looked in there. He said, "Oh no, he cut the machine off. He had to go by hand to get in there because now the ileum had caused that part to burst. So now we got bacteria in there
Everywhere.
now. We got C. diff. We got fungitelli going on in his intestinal lining. We were in trouble. They put him on every antibiotic you can name. And he did come out of surgery, and he did become aware because I talked to him. But then he went back because now, those tumors are in his lungs and stuff too now. And he had bronchiectasis too. That had all of this came together. All of this stuff, the neuroendocrine tumors, the bronchiectasis, affecting the lungs, all of this stuff started running together like
And
this.
all this stuff had the opportunity to further transpire in his body because it wasn't detected early.
It wasn't taken early.
That's the whole.
And just to be true, let me just go back. He they said that he had been not knowing what it was, but this has been lingering on for about 10 years.
They say it takes the tumor anywhere from 8 to 10 years before you even know when it's slow growing. It's so tiny that they never detect it. They always find them. It's right here on the American Cancer Society's website. They only find these symptoms by accident.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
We need to check. We need to order the test.
Wow.
By accident. So if they would have just added this test, you don't have to do it every year if you don't want to, but we're going to make it a priority to do this here like every 5 years.
Yeah.
We're going to check you since
Yeah.
it's slow
Yes.
growing. Or every 3 years, let's check you, just to see if you got one in there.
Right.
But everybody I talk to about the neuroendocrine, nobody have even heard of it. What you talking about? What is that? Nobody knows. Everybody knows about the A1C, how high your sugar
Yeah,
is.
you hear about that.
Yeah.
Your cholesterol, your lipid panel, your LDL is high. Everybody knows about that. But nobody can sit up and tell me nothing about the neuroendocrine tumors. Everybody, nobody, until it's too late.
Yeah.
By the time you find out you're in 4th stage cancer.
And see, this is why it's so important. This is why Dr. Ava, it was pressing upon her heart to come on here and share with us all
Yes.
about being aware of what's going on in your body, knowing the right questions to ask, and be persistent.
Yes.
Be persistent. Do not be afraid to continue pressing for, hey, I need this done. I want this done. I'm not going anywhere until I get it done. If you don't do it, I'm going to the next doctor.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to perform
Yeah.
Yeah,
this test for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is a life and death thing.
Yeah.
And even if
You
the
know?
insurance don't pay for it, just have the doctor write the order because they're gonna
Yeah.
you have to have an order for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
the
thing.
big
If they're not
thing.
giving you the order, you can't get you're not
Right.
gonna get the test. But if you want insurance to pay for it,
And that's
for the
something that
most
you
part,
ask your primary doctor.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever doctor.
Yeah,
Any
because-
doctor can do it. Like if you just say you don't go to your primary, just say you go to your endocrinologist or your cardiologist,
Right.
and you be like, hey doc, can you write this test? You know what I'm saying? And then I have a rapport with mine because I've been with them so long. Like I said, my doctor, she said, anything else you want me to write it for? She asks,
Yeah.
is it anything extra you want me to write? Write a lab work for?
And see, this is it's important for you to know. And if you have to go back and watch, if you have to call, text, respond on the YouTube, whatever you need. If you don't know something and need to find out, Dr. Ava has a folder full of information.
Full of
She's
information.
willing to share. As you see, Nicole is knowledgeable when it comes to what's going on, what type of test you need to take, the questions you need to ask your doctor, because plainly, as you can see, and if you're listening close to what Dr. Ava is saying, it's all about information.
This information.
You have to know the information in order for you to be successful and continue to live a healthy life. You have to have the information and you have to be willing to ask the questions
Yes.
and be persistent about it.
And don't overlook yourself. Don't just be in pain. And we know this to be true, especially our men.
Yeah.
They can deal with it. They can tolerate it. Don't sit up there and tolerate because you don't know how much damage you're doing by just tolerating it. Act on it. Act on it. Get help. ASAP. When you feel something that's not right, especially if it linger on, go get it taken care of.
For sure.
Yeah, and you got to get out of these.
Yeah.
Some of these networks, they like to keep you in a group,
Yeah.
and I want you just because we all in this group,
Mm-hmm.
i.e. Kelsey. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's just my opinion. I've never been a Kelsey fan
I'm not anymore either.
because
Mm-hmm.
they have. I mean, I actually worked in a lab one time. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain doctors that will order up the world. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that if I don't like this GI doctor you send me to, or I don't like this cardiology, all you want me to do is go to another cardiologist. No, I'm gonna go
It's in the
outside.
same
I'm gonna go to
network.
UT.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Baylor. I love UT. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to, and I work for Methodist, and I go to Methodist doctors, but I will go. I have other doctors. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm not just gonna be stuck in a group because they want you to be in their network. And I'm not taking anything from anybody. But sometimes, like we talked about, we cannot stay with these same doctors. If you feel that if you still not feeling good and they not checking for this and they just brushing it off or they trying to keep you in the network, go to a different doctor.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
go to a different doctor.
So, to Dr. Ava, we had somebody online that asked if it's not too crazy, did he get the COVID vaccine?
Did he get the COVID vaccine?
Yeah,
Shot.
did you?
Oh yeah, he got the COVID vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got your answer for that, man.
Yeah.
She did. Her husband did take the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, but that's not-
just in
that's-
case you forgot.
But that didn't have nothing to do.
Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with what's going on. She is a pharmacist.
Yeah. And,
She's
and
a pharmacist.
I see patients that get that test, and I see patients that never had the COVID vaccine. It has absolutely zero to do with the COVID vaccine.
Right.
It has everything to do with that's just a GI cancer, and it happens.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
a gastro.
It's a gastro.
Okay.
Even though it's like she said, say neuro. When you think neuro,
Come on
you
now.
thinking
Yeah.
in your brain, but it's not.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
So no, it has absolutely nothing to do with the COVID, the pneumonia, you know what's the
Yeah.
other one we take, the shingles.
Yeah.
Like it don't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with none of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Get your shots.
It's just
You
one of
take
them
your shots.
things,
Yeah.
you know, that just happens. To
It can
certain
happen to some people. Go ahead, Dr. Ava. I see
I
you have
just
some
wanted them
information.
to also know that if your insurance don't pay for the blood test, they do have a urine test
Okay.
that you can ask for called 5HIAA. And what I wanted to say is that if you're going to ask for that particular test, you need to avoid certain foods. If
Okay.
you know, and the foods, they include very quickly bananas, plantains, kiwi fruit, certain nuts, avocados, tomatoes, and eggplant because they contain a lot of serotonin, and that can make the 5-HIAA levels raise in the urine, okay?
Okay.
So medicines including cough syrup and acetaminophen can also affect those results. So just know that if you're going to ask for the urine test, ask them, say, which foods and drugs to avoid.
To avoid.
Yeah,
Right.
because this particular tumor actually releases serotonin, and you don't want a false positive.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
But I would always suggest a blood test.
Yeah.
That way you don't have
The blood test would be the safer route.
Yeah, the more accurate,
Yeah.
probably the more
Very
accurate.
Yeah, like, okay, we're going to get out to the bottom
Yeah.
of it.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
you got people that eat bananas on the regular. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a urine test like that, you might have to wait to take it.
You have to
know,
wait.
just depending
Yeah,
on what
'cause I
your
eat
diet
bananas.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat one every morning.
Yeah.
And
Way
how
to
long
work.
it takes your body
Yeah.
to actually, you know, excrete it
Break
and
it
get
down,
rid
process
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dr. Ava, okay, so we get to the point where, hey, I'm gonna go to the hospital, babe. He tell you that he feels like, hey, this where I'm gonna be. I'm not going back home with you. And then God calls him home. Okay, now here it is. You're left with all these questions about what could I have done differently, and where are you in this moment? Where are you when it pertains to, okay, I'm still looking for these answers. Have you found the answers that you've been looking for?
I found the answers that I've been looking for. Also, I just feel that it's my duty, I may say,
Okay.
to make everybody aware of what they can do to maybe prevent the same thing from happening to them.
Right.
You know, early detection, of course, is the main thing. I just feel in my heart of hearts, my husband would still be here if I would have just known, you know, to go and pursue this.
Right.
And well, is this what he have? Well, then let's go see if we can get rid of this here right away. Can y'all cut it out? You know?
Right.
If it hadn't spread it everywhere, let's just cut this little part out and fix him back up and we're good to go. But by the time we found out, it's all over his body. And it's like, oh my God. And then I go to research everything and it says, well, he possibly had this 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Do you like, and I'm listening to you, we're talking about 10, it take 10 years to live 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you really realize how long
Yeah.
10 years is
Yes.
It could be in
Yes.
to have something in your body, and here it is, you're going to the doctor, and they missing
They
it.
missing it.
But if they make this test available, like you say, it don't even have to be every year.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be overkill because 10 years,
Yeah.
if we can catch it in year 5,
Yes. Yes.
then here it is, we make a big difference
Yes.
in what's going on in our body.
Yes.
But if you don't know, it's like you signing a death warrant for your life.
That's right.
Because you don't know.
Yes.
And they have the ability to find out and to help you. But if you don't know,
You don't know.
if you don't know,
You don't know.
You don't know.
it's like, you know, I think about this, my people suffer for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the Bible
You know,
That's the
lack
word.
of knowledge.
Yeah.
The knowledge is what we all
Yes.
want to possess because that's the thing that's going to elevate you in anything that you do.
Yeah.
You know, brother Luther lost his life
Yeah.
only because he didn't have the knowledge. But
Yeah.
here it is. His wife seemed fit to come
Yeah.
and give us the knowledge
Yeah. This is
to
a part of
help
his
us,
legacy.
to help us, you know. And when I say us, I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about everybody that can hear the sound of my voice, everybody that's watching this, everybody that has heard her pour out her heart. I see a lot of people online saying that sad story. Very sad,
But it's a real story.
but it's a real story.
Yeah.
It's a real story, and she chose to come on here to share this to help somebody not go through what she's going through currently. You know, please take heed. Like Nicole said
About to make
earlier.
me go have my doctor order.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
I'm trying to tell you, yeah.
And I'm gonna
chromograting. I got.
I'm gonna keep you informed on this journey that I'm going through.
Yeah.
To try to get it. Because
Yeah.
this is the second doctor that I'm trying to get this test done.
Yeah, you already on doctor number 2.
I'm on doctor number 2. I mean, I
that's
don't
so
have nothing
crazy to
wrong.
me.
There's nothing, other than just getting older. But I don't have no pains or none of that. But I'm having an issue trying to get the test.
Yeah.
So I'll let you. I'll
Can
keep you informed.
can I tell you that at 4th stage, the largest one was 4.1 centimeters. Now that's a little smaller than a walnut, but kind of like a big grape. Now, it may have taken maybe 8 to 10 years for it to grow that big. Okay, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's in 4th stage at 4.1 by 2.7 centimeters. Yeah.
So they don't get real big. They don't, they don't push you out. You don't see them, protruding out of your body.
Yeah, it's not something that
Yeah.
you can just be aware of. And then, another thing, not just men, but mostly men,
Yeah.
my ladies too.
Yeah.
Let's not ignore the signs that the body gives. Family history is important. Don't get me wrong. Things that come in your body that's hereditary. But anything that go on with your body is worth getting checked.
I got it.
Anything that goes on in your body it's worth getting checked. You know, and unfortunately, things happen to other people that we love and we care about, and you know, it's unfortunate. Like my heart goes out to Dr. Ava and her family,
Yeah.
but I'm so thankful that she was willing to come on here
Yes.
and share. And we're gonna have to have her back. You know, we definitely gotta have you back so that we can dig deeper into it. You know, when good information is going out, this hour go by so fast. You know, it just go by
Yeah, it
so
does.
fast.
It does.
But I would really love to schedule with you to come back and to share some more with the people to
Absolutely.
encourage them, and also some of the other stuff we talked about. You know, we gotta have you on here for that too.
We do have a question. Someone wanted to ask you, are you familiar with the bioscan or the bioelectrical quantum health scanner?
They didn't give us that. They just gave us the PET scan, the
Okay.
CAT scan,
And
the
that's
CT
usually
scan.
out of pocket. That's usually not covered.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tell you that.
And that's something you have to ask for too.
Yeah, they don't just, but it's not covered. I mean, if they covered, I'm surprised, but a lot of that is that particular scan. That's something you have to pay out of your pocket for, and people pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, people pay for it.
Yeah, Man Lamont, he said his mother was diagnosed with cancer in October and she was dead by January the 1st.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a silent killer.
Because it's no telling
So sorry.
how long she
Right.
had
She
had
had
it.
had it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to emphasize the fact that the test don't cost that much.
Yeah.
Between 130, between 100 and 130, and
And that's the chromograin
300
test
the
you're talking
chromograin A. You know, so you know, even if the doctors, you know, because if these doctors don't give me, you know, don't order it for me, I'm going to see how can I order it for myself. You know, just go in and just pay for it myself, regardless of what the insurance does.
Right.
Because I want to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to see some of my great grandchildren get up and run
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to like go on and go to another doctor and just pay out of pocket and just go and get the test. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but I mean, to me, I would do it because if I keep getting a no, my question would be like, why? Why are you telling me no? I mean, it's not even costing them. It's not them paying for it. It's you
Right,
paying
right.
for it.
Exactly.
And the insurance covers it.
Yeah.
Just order the test.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
So before we close out, Dr. Ava, for this particular session, because we're gonna have a part 2 to this, is there anything that you would like to say before we go off today?
Yes, I do want to let everyone know that we did try sour sop and all of those things. I took my husband out of the country to try to find something else, but I think we were too far gone. I do believe that if you can find this early, and when it's really small, and you can want to use something else or try something else, you have time to do that. But I just encourage you, if you could just incorporate this chromogranin A test into your regular physical, that would be the best gift you can give yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can at least know and have a baseline. You could say, oh, well, last time I took that test, it came out 0, you know, and then 2 or 3 years come, and then, this year, it's 3.3, you know. So at least you know where you were.
Right.
And now you have a baseline to start from.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to do that and just stay aware and eat healthy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Nicole, you know, you have anything in closing that you would like to share?
I just say everybody has to be their own advocate. You just cannot let them tell you, oh, ain't no organs there, so it's nothing. Drink more water. Water does help, and I'm an alkaline water drinker. It helps. But water is not the end all be all cure for everything either.
Right.
Sometimes it's more than just water. Sometimes it's really something going on. Like I had some GI issues and I made them do a CT and all this. That's when I found out I had IBS with constipation. I didn't even know what that was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't and it's too much information, but I ain't never been regular.
Yeah.
Never been regular, so I was used to that. But then I'm just having like pain. You know what I'm saying? So then I found out it's an actual diagnosis. I got me a GI doctor that specialized in that, and she gave me something for that. Total 360. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always, and I just went in there and told her, you know, hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just saying everybody needs to be their own advocate. If you get a no, go to another. If you get a no, you just keep going. And sometimes you might have to pay out of pocket to
Right.
get your yes. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just say you just keep pushing. You don't let people tell you anything and just tell you to drink some water or it's okay. No,
Yeah.
it's not, because you know your body.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
your body.
So don't put your life in somebody else's hands. The only person
Absolutely.
hands you put in is the Lord.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these doctors and nurses or whatever, don't put your life in their hands.
Please
you
don't.
take charge
Yeah.
and do the necessary work. We have to do the work. We talk about this all the time. We like to see somebody else do it. Well, we have to do the work sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's for ourselves. And that's my word.
Hey,
know?
Yeah.
well, for me, I'm gonna say proactive.
Yeah.
That's the only word that I have for you guys. Be proactive. Don't sit on it. Anything that's when you feel something you don't feel right, you feel out of whack, be proactive. Go to the doctor. Go ask questions. Go to the emergency room. Whatever you need to do so that you can continue to be here, just do that. Do that.
Oh yeah.
So our prayer list is for people to be aware of what's going on in their body. I pray that everyone consistently and continuously look after themselves and be persistent about going to the doctor.
Be more
Take
involved
care of yourself and
in
be
your health.
aware. Hey, we thank y'all as always.
you.
We love y'all. We want to thank Dr. Ava again for coming
Yes,
on.
thank you.
And we're gonna have her on again.
Yes.
And Nicole, you can't be holding all that medical knowledge you got over there, man.
right,
You got to come on
Well, I
with it,
turned
man.
y'all to the cardiologist.
No, you did.
that you ain't called yet.
I'm gonna do it. you holding me accountable.
I'm holding you accountable.
I'm gonna do
because I
it.
need you to be okay. You
Well,
said
we
you
have
have a
the
family
information.
I'm gonna go see
We
that
can
cardiologist.
I gave him
Present
the
it to
information.
his doctor, and then his doctor
I'm
can
gonna go see that cardiologist.
order for
Hey,
it.
well, look, we appreciate Pop, as always, man. We appreciate you being in the building. And we just want to thank you all again. Hey, we love y'all. And until next time.